I am TK9249, and I am a Stormtrooper stationed on the planet Earth. You might wonder, what is a Stormtrooper? But we are the soldiers of Darth Vader. You know, the big bad guy in the Star Wars saga? Heavy breathing. Problem. I am a part of the 501st Legion. 501st has... It's real. 501st Legion has garrisons all over the world. The garrison here in the Nordic countries are called the Nordic Garrison. And you might be wondering what we do. And we don't do that much. The rebels, they aren't located here. And they're not. We can't find them. But it's probably for the best, because the customs disabled our blasters on arrival. Don't tell them that, please. I do like it here, because between all the boring work, we have an off-duty volunteer organization. And what we do here is we help children. We attend events like expos, birthday parties, weddings, office parties, and so on and so forth. We do this in Norway as well. But here we focus mostly on giving the money that we earn from these parties to children's wards in hospitals. When we attend events locally around Norway, we do this as a part of a donating. We do this with the intention of people donating to us, and then we give it forward to the children's hospitals or children wards in the hospitals and give them toys, we give them games, we give them something to do, we give them activity. But we also visit them at these hospitals, and this is where the fun is. When we actually interact with these people, we interact with the kids, and we see the pure happiness they have in them when we arrive. We come there in our suits with the helmets on, and they see a character they recognize, and it's fantastic the way we interact with them and how they interact with us. We also gather money to give forward to charity organizations working with children. But I want to tell a more personal story, or an intimate story, about a kid here in Norway who appeared in the newspapers 2 years in a row. This was the first time he appeared was because no one attended his birthday. They said they would, but no one came to his birthday. The second time, the year after, it wasn't him that was in the newspapers. It was the mom that extended an arm of help because her son did not want to celebrate his birthday. He did not want to celebrate something that should be joyful because he has learned that it only brings negative experience. And that's where the 501st come in. We picked up on this story, and we picked him up in a bus on his birthday while we had planned this with his mom as a surprise party. We picked him up on the bus, and we drove him to different sites where he got to play laser tags with stormtroopers, with his own friends. And he got to fight Darth Vader because he had captured the Jedis, and he got to free the Jedis from Darth Vader, and he was the hero. This is what we did for him. And the whole event ended up at his own place with his friends. And again, you see the pure joy on this kid's face. It's fantastic. And you see that you just make that little bit of difference for that kid and helps him have good experiences early on in life. And we have a lot of creative ways of gathering money and making people donate to us. For example, abroad in the US, you have a relay, which is a run, and it goes from Santa Monica to San Diego. People run this distance over several days in the armor. I can hardly walk stairs. And then they do this because they want to have exposure and want to show that Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is the foundation that gets all the benefits from this relay, that they are good, they are cool. They do something good for kids that needs it. And you have this person in Australia which walks around Australia in his armor. These boots ain't for walking. To have exposure for the Starlight Foundation, which also helps kids who doesn't really have the means to help themselves. And again, I want to tell a more personal story about a little kid in the US. The girl you see. Her name is Katie. She was bullied at school for having a lunchbox with a Star Wars theme on it, because it was not cool. She was different. She was not a part of what everybody did. She was different. And Father First got a hold of this, and then we stepped in. We said, Katie, we want to make you a Stormtrooper suit for Halloween so that you can show the bullies how wrong they are. You can show them that it's very cool to walk around and feel confident in your suit. So the 501st reached out to their members asking, do you have some spare parts? Can you make some parts? And they said yes. So from all over the world, people sent their parts to the organizer in the US, and he put it together, had her measurements, and gave her the suit in time of Halloween. Now she's not being bullied. But the story doesn't end there, because now Katie has outgrown her suit. But we knew about another girl who had a very similar story to Katie. And we asked her, do you want to give this suit on? Do you want to give your Stormtrooper that you have outgrown it and it's yours, but will you give it to this girl that has experienced the same as you? The answer was definitely yes. No problem. She wanted that girl to feel the same as she felt on that Halloween. And, well, you know the end of the story. You've already heard it. And if you... now you know why I, personally, would like to dress up as a Stormtrooper. This is my motivation. These kids and their faces are the reason why I used 7 months in my room making this. All my spare time was used on this for 7 months, and I got approved, and I started to attend, and I helped. It's the best experience ever. You see that faces are joyful, and you see just bliss. I think bliss is a very good word. And now that you know what we do, and how we do it, and why we do this, and if you feel like a bad guy wanting to do good, join the Empire.